Hello there. How are you feeling today? I know that things can feel a bit heavy right now, but you're safe here. Whatever is going on out there for the next few minutes, can you just be here with me? Just breathe. Just breathe with me. Just focus on your inhale and your exhale, no matter what's going on in your head, no matter what your anxiety tells you. Just focus on breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Bringing back your attention to the here and now. Nothing is required of you at this moment. I know how anxiety can make you feel like you're not safe to relax. But from my experience, I can tell you that you are. And today, I intend to help you to find that sense of safety, to feel safe in your own body, knowing that you can let go. You don't have to figure everything out on your own. There are a lot of things happening in the world. Sometimes it's our personal life, sometimes it's what's happening in the world right now that affects us in some other way. But no matter what it is, we can all acknowledge the fact that we cannot figure everything out on our own, and it just means that there is a higher power. The universe takes care of us in a way that we cannot foresee. But it all depends on us to have certainty and let go. Because to be honest, what can your anxiety accomplish? Can you prevent anything from happening by stressing about it? By worrying about it? Of course not. So let's just land here. And you're safe. You're safe here. Here and now, you're safe. And let the weight of your stress and anxiety sink into the ground beneath you. Just feel the heaviness in your body. Do you feel that? Just allow yourself to sink deeper into the surface. Allow yourself to just let go. Imagine that earth is holding you. Gravity is taking all that stress out of your body, allowing you to just let go. And to just relax. I know that the word relax is often thrown around so easily as if it's something so easy to do, and I acknowledge the fact that it is not. Sometimes when you are deep inside of stress and anxiety, it feels almost impossible to relax, and I want to just acknowledge that, the fact that you are struggling to relax, and it's okay. But I want you to bring your attention to that part of you that finds it so difficult to relax. Maybe it's here, maybe it's your chest, but I find it often when you put your hand on the muscle here, like apply gentle pressure, you suddenly feel a sense of relief, that you can breathe. It's because without realizing it, we often stress these muscles around our neck and jaw when we are experiencing anxiety, and we also tend to hold our breath, and that not breathing normally in and out creates a lot of tension in the body, because then you're signaling to your body that you're in a fight and flight mode. And if you hold that tension long enough, you condition your body that you're in constant rush, that you're running from something. You're in survival mode. And I know that it is sometimes really hard to turn this off, but it is possible to turn this off. You can choose to turn this off. You can choose to bring your attention to the here and now, acknowledging that there are just certain things in the world that you cannot fix, that you cannot do anything about, and it's okay. It's okay. And that we can let go. I want you to ask yourself this question. Why am I struggling to be present? Sometimes the minute we turn our attention to the present moment, we start to experience even more anxiety. And instead of running away from that feeling, I invite you to sit with it, to really ask yourself, be honest with yourself. Why am I feeling this way? Why is it so hard to be present? Because your life is happening right here and now. It's not happening tomorrow. It's not happening when you finally sort everything out. And trust me, when you think that you sort things out, another problem will occur, because your body by then is addicted to the stress hormone. You won't be able to relax even when you have everything you ever dreamed of. So learn to live life at this moment with all of its masses, problems, Because life can never be free from problems. That's just the truth. So you cannot wait until there won't be any problems, because then you'll have to wait until you die. And what's the point then, right? We have to remember sometimes that it is very essential for us to know when to let go and lean on to that feeling of being safe no matter what's happening. Because you are safe at this moment. Right now. This is where your life is happening. You don't have to figure everything out today. You don't. Sometimes it's okay to leave that question at the door, you know, like sometimes it's okay to have questions in life which we don't have an answer for. That's just being human. That's just how we are. Everybody lives like that. Have you thought about that? That everyone has unanswered questions? We all have to wake up in the morning in spite of the uncertainty that we feel in our body, that lump that we feel on our throat. We have to breathe in and out and knowing that, okay, just have to go through today. And it's okay if there are unanswered questions, because I'm just human. I am just human, and it's okay for me to not to have answers. I can let go of control, knowing that I'm safe. The universe is not expecting you to do something that you actually cannot do. No one is. So just relax. Let go. Live your life at this moment. I want you to think about something like change of seasons. It's very unexpected. For example, right now here in Norway, in Oslo, the springtime is unexpectedly warm. I've never seen this type of weather in my 19 years of living here. And it got me think, because after living here for so many years with snow up until May, you know, like all those cold weathers, because sometimes feel like we jump right from winter to summer. So there's no like in between weather, and it's so difficult to decide what to wear. But this year, the spring is so distinguished, like it's so clear, like you can wear spring clothes, and it was so unprepared. I was so unprepared for this, because after everything that I've experienced, I've expected a colder spring, and then boom, a different spring. And it got me think that that's how life is. Because when we went through something in our lives and we keep expecting that this is how life is going to be, this is how things are going to be forever. And then life has its own way of surprising you. Things can change at any time. Things that we are not prepared for. Things that we had not expected. Good things. I mean, to be honest, the spring is such a positive experience for me. And I was so desperate for just getting some sunlight and warmth But even though I was expecting something better, but at the back of my head, I was suppressing myself. I was like, don't get my hopes up, you know. Like it's gonna be cold and it's gonna be dark and it's gonna be snowy and stuff like that. But no, it was a complete different spring. That happens all the time in life as well. We don't allow ourselves to expect the good things in life. We tell ourselves, don't get our hopes up. But why not? Why do we always think that there is some kind of evil force out there that is ready to destroy everything for us? Why do we think that things would go bad? Why do we always choose that negative outcome? Have you think about that? Why? Why can't we instead choosing the positive outcome? Why can't we think like, you know, things can work out? Things can sort itself out. Maybe the bad things keep happening because we keep expecting them. Maybe we're manifesting them. Have you thought about that? So let's just breathe. Just breathe. Everything is going to sort itself out. I promise you. With everything that I went through in my own life. Just when I thought that nothing good would happen in my life, things turned around. And it can for you, for everyone, for the entire human race, for the whole planet. We just have to let that fire die out on its own. If there are certain things that you're afraid of happening, let go and let it happen. That is my best advice. Don't control it, because you cannot control it. Just let it happen. Breathe. Let go. Be human. Just be human. There are forces out there that are way intelligent than us. Things can take care of itself. Has always been like this. And it's going to be okay. And you're safe. And you're safe. And you can let this thought just think in, you know, just sink in. And it's okay. All is well. All is well. Thank you for being here with me. Take good care of yourself. Remember to let go. Practice active letting go every day. Live your life here and now, because your life is happening here at this moment. Focus on yourself. Bring your focus back to yourself, back to your life. You need to live your life.